So I recently watched the Disgruntled Townsperson's video on RawBeautyKristi, and mm, I'll be honest, I watched parts 3 and 4. I cannot. I tried to watch like a little bit of the rest of the video, but it felt a little like redundant, mainly because it really did serve as a whole. It gave off the vibe that she was trying to save face for RawBeautyKristi. Like ever since she started to talk more about her religion and the whole have being a homestead, like tending to her homestead and whatnot, or communal homestead, whatever the hell. I didn't like the video. I didn't appreciate how it seemed very preachy and very just I do understand that a lot of times, some people are bombarded with very hateful messages, especially when it's something like so minuscule. And the part that I hate a lot when, these mass cancellations, cancel culture isn't real. These mass cancellations happen is that people always try to use Jenna Marbles' exit from the stage to just sort of be like, oh yeah, like y'all did this to Jenna Marbles too, and look at her, she left the internet forever. I am pretty sure that Miss Jenna was like on her way out, right? Like she was probably sick and tired of dealing with this internet bullshit, having to film every week something new, something different, something quirky. Like she was a girl in her 30s trying her best. It felt right for her to be like, you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this. I'm out. And good for her. She's out here living her best life, retired, doing God knows what in her big ass house. Good for her. I just don't like when people use her exit from the internet and try to be like, oh yeah, y'all did this to Jenna Marbles, when Jenna left on her own volition. The whole situation with RawBeautyKristi, though, is that it was not that. Like, this lady came on the internet after her hiatus, almost a year-long hiatus, by the way. The whole, like, don't mess with our kids thing happened back in the summer of 2023 or 2024. I don't remember. And she didn't address it until December, which I did not appreciate. The disgruntled person being like, what does it matter if she posted the apology video, or like her addressing it in December when AdSense is at its peak. Listen, when you are in this realm and like in this, when the internet is your job, you're obviously gonna want to make money from it. So no hate for trying to get your bag, but also if you really did believe in inequality and standing with the LGBTQIA plus community, and standing with Black folks, and standing with, like, if you really did believe in that and that was one of your core values, why the hell are you gonna wait from the summer all the way into the winter, almost near the end of the year, by the way, near the end of the year, to like fucking address it? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. If I believe in these things like wholeheartedly, if these are my values, that everybody should be treated equally, that there shouldn't be hate in people's hearts, why am I gonna wait so damn long and not address it? You see, it's not clicking. And like, that's the part that I believe, the way that I see it, the way that I think, is why people are making that like big assumption, the big emphasis on the fact that she waited that damn long to address that. Another thing that I didn't like a bit about the video, the way that she responded specifically to Peter Mon, pissed me off. Like, the whole like little spiel near the middle end of the video, where she goes and says, if you watch a Peter Mon video, it's discombobulated, la 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 la. I don't think she said it like that. This is what I'm like remembering. Um, it doesn't make sense. It's long. It's this. He talks about something else that isn't related to the video. Blah 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 blah. Good for you. You don't like Peter Mon. You don't like watching Peter Mon. Good for you. But I'm gonna be real honest with you. It's the same thing that I could say about you and your little spiels that you had in between the entire thing. You know, you hating on other commentators because they didn't say what you think or didn't give Kristi the the ability to like defend herself. She defended herself. She defended herself. She went on those comments and said the woke mob. She was in the video where she addressed the whole controversy. She was talking about not negotiating with terrorists, not negotiating with terrorists, people that want to know what your values are, where you stand in the political scale. You're gonna call them terrorists, people that have been fans of you for a hot minute. You're gonna call them terrorists. That's crazy. It's crazy to me even more because like I used to watch RawBeautyKristi. Like I used to actually sit down and watch her videos, you know, talk about the beauty industry. I was really ready to like watch her videos about the MLM industry. Like she talked about making that video for so damn long. I was like, damn, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. When did it happen? It didn't. And now I'm not gonna watch it because I don't like her. It's so stupid. It's honestly really stupid to make a whole video and be like, oh no, she isn't MAGA because she didn't say she was. You know, in this video, she just addressed the fact that she was, you know, fed up with the internet and how people were treating her and like making assumptions about her kid and blah, 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 blah. As a mom who like sometimes goes on the internet and says really weird shit and like does, you know, it does touch politics a lot of the time. It touches religion. Like I've called myself Catholic on Maine. I've called myself Catholic before, but I'm gonna be real with you. I cannot even begin to express how I do not align with the homophobic, bigoted, and at times even racist and sexist ideas that a lot of Catholics do have. And I'll be honest with you, it shows itself in the sermons that a lot of the priests gives. It shows themselves in the way that a lot of Catholics speak online. I cannot align myself with that, and I'm saying it on Maine, right? So if I were to hypothetically be in a march where my kid was literally walking behind a sign that said protect our kids, I, as a person who is online and like does partake in the political talk, I'm obviously going to be like, okay, yeah, fuck this, I'm out, and then I'm gonna fucking address it online if people saw me and my kid walking behind that type of that thing, because like, yeah, yikes, bro. What the fuck? How am I gonna put myself in a situation where I say that I don't align with those ideals and then not address the fact that people did see me aligning with those ideals? Do you know what I mean? Do you get it? It's dumb. It's dumb. It's you trying to play your audience like a fiddle. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like the way that things are politically in the United States is so insane. That's another point. You're Australian. You don't know really the fucking craziness that living in the United States is like right now. Bro, there was a shooting again in Idaho. From the time that I'm filming this, August 3rd, there was a shooting yesterday. Like there's an amount of, oh my gosh, and not even that, they're fucking raiding New York City and New Jersey like crazy. ICE, the DHS is raiding New York City and New Jersey like crazy. There is an insufferable amount of fear and hatred that is like all being mixed together in the way that it's honestly fucking inconceivable. It's insane. I do not want to be playing, you know, I read a comment, I don't know if I can find it. If I find it, I'm gonna show it to you, plaster it right here. But that comment talking about how if we're really going to be playing games with like semantics, then we're going to get nowhere. Because yeah, RawBeautyKristi never did say that she was MAGA. She was just, explicitly stating how she was sick and tired of everybody talking about her and her kid. Basically, that was the entire like addressing the controversy video. um and here's the thing, you can be mad. You have all the right to be mad that people are talking on behalf of you, on behalf of your children, on behalf of your husband and whatnot. But when people are literally fucking suffering every single day, when families are being separated every single day, when trans folks are losing their ability to live, like these are actual important matters. We are not going to be fighting about semantics right now when there's fucking crazy ass shit happening right now. And it's crazy to me, it's unfathomable to me for somebody that you called yourself, I shouldn't be saying that. No. Let me backtrack. I don't think that it is acceptable to really say that RawBeautyKristi, is just a mom trying to like live her life, la 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 la. Because to me, it looks like no, hold on. To me, it seems that we are fighting a very different, conversation. What I'm hearing you say, I'm using my conflict resolution skills right now. What I'm hearing, when I watched the Disgruntled Townsperson video, I really just got the vibe, got the idea that they were kind of like trying to excuse RawBeautyKristi. And not only that, they were trying to like continuously use the fact that she was a mom, that she, like displayed online how she was struggling with infertility, struggling with her weight, la da da da. Like, I can feel for her, sure, but I'm not gonna use her entire history online to shape what I'm really seeing right now live in person, like through my own screen. She may not outwardly express her MAGA affiliation, but she is definitely showing how she aligns with them in one way or another. And that's the part that's dangerous. That's how the alt-right pipeline starts. And that's a trad wife pipeline. You start seeing trad wife content, and all of a sudden you're seeing crazy ass shit being created by AI. Like these types of like ideologies have to sneak their way in through something, and they always aren't as explicit, right? Anyway, back to the video. It made me feel like you're trying to excuse RawBeautyKristi just because she's a woman, just because she's a mom, just because she's white. Are you catching my drift? Are you catching my drift? That's what I'm getting from this video. It's like, but she's a young white mom from Oregon. I think she lives in Oregon. I don't know. Living in Oregon, just doing her homesteading, just doing her pottery, just doing her makeup. Why are y'all mad at her? That's the vibe that I got. And that's what really, 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 really irked me when you started going towards at the famous face, the fabulous face. I don't remember her at Jesus Christ. At her. When you started to like say, oh yeah, but she made a really good point. The Disgruntled Townsperson said, oh yeah, they made a really good point about how Black women are treated in America and la 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 la. And then you went on and dismissed everything that was said in the video, like all of the insightful analysis that was given based on the Black experience. You decided to fucking dismiss that and be like, but she didn't really say that she was actually MAGA. No, 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 no. You know, she's just a little white lady doing her homesteading, and y'all are just like not hearing her out. That's the entire vibe that I got, and that pissed me off so bad. It pissed me off so bad. The micro aggressiveness nature that I got from the video was disturbing. And what and the cherry on top, but when the disgruntled townsperson was saying, oh yeah, I just think that commentary creators have to be a little bit more mindful, and you know, their commentary creators are not well versed on political theory, and you know, talked about being a leftist and how leftists have the ability to teach people who, you know, aren't well versed in political theory and leftist ideology to like teach them la la la. It's not my job. It's not my job to make somebody else believe that I have the right to exist. It's not my job to sit down with somebody and tell them, oh yeah, you know, you should watch X person because, you know, I think you're going to learn this thing or two. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's not my job. It's crazy. It's crazy to me to hear somebody say, oh, you know, what did they say? The disgruntled townsperson said something along the lines of like, commentary YouTubers have like the base idea of like what's right and wrong, and I'm like, isn't that what we're basing our entire core values on? Like our entire core values as human beings, as people who want to exist in this society, we base our values on what's right and what's wrong. That part to me sounded fucking insane. It sounded disturbingly insane, and it genuinely did feel like I was listening to a TikToker who just reads, you know, leftist theory, because I've been on the leftist TikTok for a hot minute there, but who just reads leftist theory to read leftist theory just to get a little glimpse of what's going on out there. That pissed me off like real bad. Because who are you to dictate what people can actively express that they feel harmed about? Because what RawBeautyKristi did was detrimental. Not only was she spewing out outright rhetoric, but her not addressing the entire, like, you know, homeschooling fiasco that happened there was even more hurtful as a fan, bro. To like see somebody that I generally did enjoy watching, somebody that I accompanied for years, to be saying and believing shit that literally not only goes against my entire being, but also goes against my entire existence. Like, we're not going to sit here and try to debate politics when it's like about human lives, right? That's why RawBeautyKristi got the hate that she got. That's why she got the hate that, in my opinion, wasn't even hate. It was just like active discussion, conversation, and the fact that she chose to escalate it to a point where it got like really crazy, and to the point where she was like saying, oh, that's why I don't talk about things because the woke mob, like, that part really pissed me off, because that's what a lot of like right-wing people really love to say, like the woke mob is against them, and it's you know, come on. We're not gonna act blind, we're not gonna act stupid just because we like her or we liked her past content, right? It's insane. I did not like the video. If you really want to get mad, I would recommend watching part 3 and part 4. The rest is just pure gibberish and like trying to tie in together. Oh, I did watch like a snippet, like a really quick second of Peter Mon's response. I'll probably watch it after this. Peter Mon's response on the video, and how um and the citations really did like confuse me, because I'll agree with him, it really did. Like I was confused. It was just a list, and you'll probably, if you go and see the resources link, um it's like separated by the chapters, and in each chapter they also have like more resources. I don't know what that means. But it's really just a bunch of links, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it, mainly because when I link videos in MLA format, I tend to have the title, the publisher, the website name, and the date it was published, and usually the timestamps that I use in order to reference back. If not, I'll probably have like when to start, when to end, in order so like people can reference what I'm talking about, right? I didn't really see that. I don't know if they changed it. Um I don't know. That was a whole different like conversation, and I did really go and see what Peter Mon was talking about, because I wanted to see where myself what the hell the drama was about that. But I'll agree, it's a little confusing. Anyway, I'll end it here. A lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts generated, and a lot of like, girl, what are you talking about? Yeah. I'll see you all in the next one.